What them haters talking about?
What's up, family? Tim Norman, the star of the hit television show Sweetie Pies, will spend the rest of his life in prison for masterminding the murder of his own nephew, Andre Montgomery. Yeah, man. I was going to say lock him up, but he's already locked up. We've been waiting for 6 months to see what type of sentence that Tim would get. Life in prison for the rest of his natural life. Yeah, man. Yeah. You have to say natural life because sometimes they say life in prison and, it's like they'll get like 20 years and then you're eligible for parole, but he'll spend the rest of his days in a federal prison. He out of here. Done. Cooked. And rightfully so. This dude had his whole life ahead of him. He was given a second chance. He spent 10 years in prison, walked out of prison into a perfect situation that his mother created, built a restaurant, branded on a hit TV show. I mean, she got it going on. He walks right in and he's automatically the heir apparent. Tim, it's all about Tim now. Tim is the guy that's going to take over when Miss Robbie can no longer do this, so she decided she want to step down. Tim is going to be the guy. All Tim got to do is continue to work and be patient. But Tim was greedy. Tim wanted it like that. He wanted that fast money. He couldn't shake it. He needed it right then and there. Stole from his own mama and tried to pin it on his nephew. From what I understand, that's why the nephew dipped, left town. Tim tracked him down. Dude had a stripper chick to set him up, lure him back to town, lure him back into town, and told Tim where he was, and Tim notified the killers. And they went over there and they killed that boy over an insurance policy. An insurance policy. He killed his nephew over an insurance policy. That's cold-blooded. Some things, fam, hey, if I do it, I do it. Maybe I'll be ashamed of it, but it's not something that but let me put it like this. There's some things that I just would not want on my record. Maybe I'll be ashamed for something I did, but okay, I can live with that. But it's certain things I would not want on my record. I would not want on my record that I murdered my nephew for some money. You got people that'll kill their own children, their own mama, their own daddy for money. Kill their siblings, to kill everybody in the family for money. I just have never cared about money that much. Don't get me wrong, I likes to get my money. I gets money. But I just never cared about money like that. I never cared about money to the extent where I was willing to betray a friend. I was willing to bring harm to my family members. Even when I was in the streets, I never took a dump where I laid my head. I never brought heat to my house. Never put heat on my mama. Never. I kept my dirt over that way, all the way out of the way. But this guy, Tim Norman, and I'm going to tell you something, fam. Anytime you look at somebody taking a mug shot, smiling, you already know. They got a big grin on their face. You already know they're guilty. I don't care what the situation is. If I see somebody on a mug shot smiling, they're guilty. I knew for a fact he was guilty when I saw him with that big old grin on his face. Who does that but a guilty person? especially when it comes to murder. That's his murder mugshot. If somebody accuses me of murder, man, even if I did it, I'm gonna have a look on my face like I'm innocent, like I ain't did nothing. Or even if I did do it, I'm gonna at least act like I got some remorse or something, like, because I ain't trying to spend the rest of my days in prison. Are you crazy? Prison? Prison is one of the most foul places that you could ever go to. It's nasty. It's disrespectful. It's lonely. It's isolated. It's a dump. The food is horrible. Even if you got money, you still have to be careful of how they bring the food in, how it's handled. Sometimes the food, they got to somebody's sticking that food inside their pants. You pretty much got testicle nachos, testicle tacos and hamburgers and steak or whatever. I'm not trying to see out none of that. But Tim looked like he'll be very comfortable out there. He seems like he's okay with prison. He's going to fit right in because that dude has no heart. Remember the song Trigger Got No Heart? I think, who did that song, Trigger Got No Heart? I think that was Spice One, Trigger Got No Heart. Yeah, Tim got no heart. No heart. But you know how I go, fam. You reap what you sow. I am so elated that justice was served. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?